I welcome you all in this online video lecture. Today I'll be talking this isotropy of space and conservation of angular momentum, which is in the classical mechanics. So we have discussed the homogeneity of the space that gives us the conservation of the linear momentum. But here the isotropy of the space that will give you the idea of the conservation of the angular momentum. So the space is not here, the space is not homogeneous, but it is isotropic. Space is not homogeneous but isotropic. Means iso means equal, tropic means all the direction. The physical property, it remains the same. So we are talking about the when the space is homogeneous, we got the conservation of the linear momentum. But we are talking the case where the space is not homogeneous but it is isotropic. So in that case, what happens, that we will discuss. So isotropic of the space means the physical property of the closed system, it remains unaffected for any arbitrary rotation about the origin of the reference frame. So origin of the reference frame. So we are talking the closed system. This is a most important closed system. So we are discussing about the physical properties of the closed system. It remains unaffected for any arbitrary rotation about the origin of the reference frame. So every direction, it remains the is equivalent to the every other direction. So because of this isotropy, a closed system when rotating in space, when it is rotating about an axis in the space, then it is a hole in the space in any manner that its mechanical properties do not change. Its mechanical property do not change. So when the mechanical property do not change, it means the Lagrangian del L equal to 0, because its mechanical property do not change. And this del L equal to 0, it is only for infinitesimal rotation, del phi. So here we have taken that r is the position of the particle from this that is axis about which it is rotating. R is the position of the particle in respect to origin O on the axis of rotation O prime. O prime is the axis of rotation. Axis of rotation. R is the position of the particle with respect to this axis. Then r plus del r, it is the increase in the magnitude of the position vector caused by the rotation del phi. Here r has gone to r plus del r because of the rotation of the angle del phi. Because of the rotation of the del phi, the particle has gone, the position has been changed from r to r plus del r. So therefore, we can write down the increase in the magnitude of the rotation, that is del r, if you take its magnitude, which is equal to, if this is r, so this component will be the r cos theta, and its perpendicular component will be r sin theta. So this is r sin theta, and this is del phi. So del phi equal to this divided by this. Theta equal to L by r. So this is our L divided by the r, and this component is r sin theta. So del phi, del r equal to this component equal to, it will be r sin theta into del phi. So del phi, it is the vector of the magnitude equal to the angle of rotation del phi, where the position of the particle has gone from r to r plus del r. So the direction, the displacement, So the displacement at the end of the position del r, which is equal to del phi cross r, because it's the cross product of this angle with this r that gives you the value of the small change of the position of the particle. So this can be written as del r equal to, or if it in case of r, if you write down del v, which is equal to del phi into v, and these all it has been taken right hand screw rule, right hand screw rule. This rotation that we are taking, this has been considered by this right hand screw rule, because it's the cross product of the two vectors. So we can write down del L, which is equal to del L, which is the summation of j, and then it is del L by del Ri, or it is j del Lj del Rj into delta Rj, plus this is plus del L by del Vj into del Vj, right? So this is L is a function of the Rn and V. So this can be written as summation over j and del L by del Ri into del Ri. So we take this value and put it here. So it becomes del L by del Rj, that is equal to Pj dot, this is the derivative of the Lagrangian with respect to position, we get the Pj dot canonical momentum plus into del R j equal to del phi into Rj. So this is written as del phi into Rj, right? So into the plus del L by del Vi. So this is written as Vj. So it is Pj, this is the momentum Pj, and del Vj equal to del phi cross Vj. So this is summation, and then we take del phi outside of this summation. So outside of the summation, then we take this del phi, the summation over j, then Rj cross Pj dot, this one Rj cross Pj dot plus Vj cross Pj. So this is del phi summation over j, and this is written as summation. So it is dy dt and summation over Rj cross Pj, because this is a product of the two vectors. This is a product of the two vectors. So first function into differentiation of the second, so Rj Pj dot plus second function into differentiation of the first, so drj by dt, it is Vj. So this these two terms, it is kind of derivative of the product of the two functions. So you can write down del L equal to, what we are getting, that del L equal to, which is equal to del phi summation of that is dy dt and summation over j, this is Rj cross Pj, which is equal to del phi, and then it is derivative of linear moment, derivative of the linear momentum Rj cross Pj, that is the linear momentum. So you can write down dl prime by dt. So L prime equal to summation of Rj cross Pj, which is the total angular momentum with respect to origin, that is a point on the axis of rotation, and this is the total angular momentum, with respect to origin O, and that is a point on the axis of the rotation. So del phi, but del phi is very small, quite arbitrary. Del phi is quite arbitrary. So the condition is del L prime equal to 0, because del phi is quite arbitrary. So therefore L prime equal to constant. So what do we get? Constant. So what do we get in this case? That this isotropy of the space, that tells us about the conservation of the angular momentum. Thank you.